Hey, it's Juan. Welcome to the Aprilish of your VMSA SITREP. And we're out here at the Navy's annual symposium at National Harbor known as Sea, Air, and Space. I've got a very special guest. He's aligned to the Honolulu gene, but he's in for this symposium. Mahalo to our own Anthony Spuds Spadero, spec leader. Been aboard about
2 years now. Isn't it great?
2 years with Deloitte. Prior to that, he was one of the most feared men in the United States Marine Corps. Sergeant Major Spadero of PACOM. Welcome aboard, Spuds.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us and letting us tell a little bit about your story. Spuds, how does a kid from New Jersey find his way to the Corps?
You know, a lot of it was a family legacy. So my dad was a Marine in the Vietnam War. My brother was a Marine in the Vietnam War. And then when I thought I was going to be a Catholic priest, and they said, you'll never make it in the Marine Corps, I took that as a challenge. They gave me 6 months, and it turned into 35 years. So I'm just trying to wonder about that journey. So I had some really good examples in my family.
How about that? Not just 30 plus years, but really, really cool distinguished career. Educate our community. You're an embassy member. Every embassy, every U.S. embassy in the world is guarded by United States Marines.
That's right.
It's really challenging duty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's such an incredible, it's called Marine, now it's called Marine Embassy Security Guards, but originally it was the Marine Security Guard duty, really functionalized after 1940 officially, so the Marines will be selected, so it's a very highly selected program for Marines. Those that are selected will go to either, now I think we're over 160 missions across the world, and that is their primary role, is to protect property, to protect our citizenry, protect classified information, but they guard the embassy, and that's literally the embassy's first line of defense. But we like to call them, though, as ambassadors in blue.
There you go.
Because literally, this is someone that's coming into the embassy, the first person they're going to be greeted by is the United States Marine.
Right.
It's right there. So the image, you have to hold it. So it's a super selective program, and I tell any Marine out there that if you don't do it, you just lost. What a great opportunity.
How about that?
Yeah, it was so fun, and you know, I did my time first in West Africa, in Cote d'Ivoire, then I went down to Gaborone, Botswana, went down to Pretoria, so I stayed on the continent, and it was a joy.
It's a long way from Trenton.
It's a long way.
What's hometown in Jersey?
New Brunswick. So a long way, man. You know.
Let me ask you this: now, if that wasn't enough, you had multiple tours as the senior drill instructor on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, you know, one of the cool things about the Marine Corps is you get to sit there. There's so much to do and so much to take out an opportunity. And again, it was one of those things where some folks in the Marine Corps said it would be a good idea if you became a drill instructor. I'm like, me? A drill instructor? You have to yell at people and you have to and next thing I found out I was a drill instructor, and it was joyous. From drill instructor, senior drill instructor, chief drill instructor, I got to teach at the schoolhouse. And then I went back there as a first sergeant and sergeant major. So it was one of those Al Pacino moments.
Yeah.
Once they pull you back, they pull you back in. But again, you know, the responsibility when you realize you're training the next generation of Marines, and really what you have to imprint on them, they remember you for life. So you really can't fail on that mission. So that was so cool, especially now.
You learned to summon that voice, that unforgettable voice.
No.
I mean, it takes years to master that.
Yeah, no, it takes a little bit, and once you get it down, I don't know if I could bring it back. I might, you know, afraid the people. I don't want to get anyone scared here, but if you need it to come back, it happens.
I have no doubt. Now, let me ask you this: tell us. Now, you capped off this incredible career as the sergeant major, as far out in the tip end of the spear as you can go for Pacific Command.
Yeah, so I was selected by Admiral Harris.
Yeah,
to be the command senior enlist leader in United States, then Pacific Command. Then we became Indo-PACOM.
Right.
Largest geographical combatant command in the world. You know, 52% of the world's surface. You're talking, we have over 380,000 joint warfighters. So it was Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps. And one day you wake up and you're like, what is on my morning report? And then I'm working with, you know, one of the finest individuals in the world, you know, Admiral Harris.
Great officer.
And what you could learn, what you could do. And literally what I had was a backseat to history. So you really had to bring, you know, relevancy for that for him. And then I got to stay on with Admiral Davidson. So I got to stay there 4 years, and that's when I retired at Indo-PACOM.
Tell us about the transition to what?
Yeah, what a transition. You know, when I got the phone call for, you know, someone said, hey, we've been hearing about your name out there, and can we come talk to you? And, you know, first I did the typical, I'm not a captain.
Right.
And found out about Deloitte Consulting. And literally after a week of getting the phone call, hey, would you like to join the team? And upon joining the team, it was amazing. And I think I was telling you this, and this is my one thing about why the firm is so important to me, was for 35 years, I knew I was actualized and highly valued as a Marine. Within 1 week of joining the firm, I knew I was highly valued, being rapidly actualized, because you're joining a very high-functioning, performing team, and that's, I think, what really drives us as individuals, is how can we contribute to a high-performing team.
We're lucky to have you.
It's literally, it's a privilege to serve.
Devil Dog, thanks for sharing a little bit about your story.
You got it.
There was a time when I've been terrified.
Well, Aviation Officer Candidate Garcia. Really?
It still makes the hair go up.
Well, sure. Why are you looking at me?
Hey, fly Navy, enjoy the issue. A lot of important information. Thanks for checking it out.
Go Navy! I believe a Marine just said that.